Hello and welcome to another update video about LINK. LINK continues to be in this channel. Okay, so hasn't moved. We've been talking about this resistance area here between $7.52 and $8.65 as Fibonacci resistance. That is well known. Even if it goes above Fibonacci resistance there, it would not be invalidated, this 1-2 setup that you can see there. Yeah, the wave 1 to the downside and the wave 2 to the upside. It will really only get invalidated with a break above the $9.50 level. So it's just moving around still in this range. Again, I've been talking about it so often that probably best way to trade this is just with a grid bot, range trading, a range trading strategy here. And then to understand, okay, where is the breakout of the range? And that is very well defined here with this green line, the $9.50 level. Also, we've got this descending trend channel here. The price is still moving in the channel. I would argue if we get a break above this channel, then it's very likely that we will also see at least a test of the $9.50 level. What happens if we break then finally above that level, which, you know, could obviously happen if Bitcoin, for example, breaks above that important 27,480 level, because the structure is very similar to Bitcoin at the moment. Looking at this, because we had a lower low in a very corrective fashion. So that also looks similar on the Bitcoin chart, and then it could form 5 waves up. And that is certainly a valid scenario and option as long as here this swing low is holding and we do not get a break below that $5.80 level. So yeah, short-term trend is up, but it needs to break above the descending price channel there. It's very relevant, this trend line. We have 3 touch points now, but it's sort of consolidating below the trend line. And the way this looks to me at the moment, I mean, it certainly tries to, right? And it's it shows a bearish engulfing candle now, but you know, it certainly tries to. It's been consolidating a little bit below that trend line there. We'll see. I mean, looking at the 4-hour chart, if it starts to take out the previous swing lows, then yeah, I mean, then it at some point will have to count as a failure. Especially if the 50% retracement level breaks. So if LINK now breaks below the $7 level, you could say, below $7, that's the 50% retracement level, yeah, then it's likely going to fail. But so it just depends on how strong is still our resistance level there. Yeah, so the golden ratio is a super powerful resistance level, and then we've got the descending trend line. We'll see. I mean, if it can break above it, then I think we are going to test $9.50. Where can we go then? Well, then I would pay attention to this swing high at $18.27 next. So what could happen, there are, again, different ways, but it could form 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 waves up, yeah. Doesn't need to go all the way up there, but it is certainly a valid interpretation that above $9.50, it could rally quite substantially. Been highlighting that before. It is a range, obviously, in which LINK has been moving for more than a year. So a break of the range can be short-term bullish. Is it going to be long-term bullish? That's what is going to be seen, right? We first of all need the 5 waves up, which is getting much more likely with a break above the $9.50 level. Then there is certainly a chance to get close to that previous swing high there. If we then have 5 waves up, there is still a bearish option available, of course, because all of this could just have been an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave, and then we break down lower. However, similar to Bitcoin, if it forms 5 waves up, then we can add a support area here, and if it comes back in 3 waves, hits that area and shows a first impulsive reaction to it, maybe testing the trend channel from above, I mean this sort of rectangle pattern, yeah, then this would be a nice trade setup for higher into the, well, potential new all-time high region, right? So they are the scenarios that we're currently dealing with on the LINK chart. But first of all, LINK needs to prove to us that it can break out of this trend channel to the upside. Until then, this wave count tracking lower is still very much the most probable count, because we are still moving in a channel and we haven't broken out of it. So you have to go with the channel. The trend is your friend, but obviously we can look at price action. We know that Bitcoin is at a key inflection point. We know that, for example, the DXY is at the key inflection point. So yeah, it's certainly a possibility here. It's certainly worth watching at the moment, the same way we were watching Solana, right? Because when you start to see price push against resistance and stay very close to that resistance level, it's certainly not bearish necessarily. At least it can attempt a breakout. Now the breakout is not done until it's broken, right? That's hopefully clear. So so it is certainly an opportunity here to get a breakout done. I always try to make you aware of those patterns and things before they happen. So we want to be watching this. We want to be aware of the breakout before, when the price approaches the breakout point. Doesn't make sense I tell you after the breakout occurred. But of course, nobody's got the crystal ball, so I cannot tell you if the breakout will work. But what we see here as well, just notice that actually is an inverse head and shoulders pattern. We see that at the moment on various charts. So you've got a bit of a neckline there. Basically, within our resistance area here at $8.40. So it's a bit of a, it's not so meaningful because we've got the trend channel anyway as a breakout point, but thought it's worth mentioning. Okay, that's my update about LINK. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.